Deborah Ashley Smith, and she is here from the Caldwell County Chamber of Commerce. We always love chatting with you about everything going on in Caldwell County. I'm sure we have a full list of events to talk about this time too.
We do, and we really do appreciate you allowing us to come and talk about our community.
Absolutely. So give us the rundown. What's going on?
Okay, well, I'm going to start just a little bit about the Chamber, because our Chamber does represent the business community, and we've been in existence for 94 years, which is a very long time for an organization to stay in existence, serving the community, and ever evolving to serve the community. And we are also the tourism entity for the county, so that is why we always come with lots of information about things going on. But we do have a lot of events that go on within the Chamber, business after hours and leadership programs. And one of the big things that we do every year is the North Carolina Blackberry Festival. Now, that's not until July, and we're a good bit away, but I can tell you we've been registering vendors since January.
Wow.
So it's a big deal to plan a big festival, and we have somewhere between 13,000 and 15,000 people. So it is a highly recognized festival for the quality of the festival and the number of people that attend. But I'm just trying to get that out there on everybody's radar that July the 12th and 13th will be the 2014 North Carolina Blackberry Festival.
Very exciting.
Lots of fun things happen, and the most amazing thing is the big cobbler project, and we have the community bake about 220 cobblers that we put into a parade and put into the middle of town, and we serve those cobblers free to the public until they're gone.
Okay, some free cobbler, y'all.
Free
Sounds
cobbler, free blackberry cobbler. But we do have a website called explorecaldwell.com, and it is our community site for people to put community and tourism events. And so we encourage people to go there all the time. So I like to give people a little tidbit of information and force them to go to our website so that they can see all about our community.
Exactly.
But there are two things coming up tonight that if someone wanted to run down the mountain, and I just drove up, so it's really clear on the road. It might be icy on the trees, but it's clear on the road. We have swing dance lessons going on.
How fun.
And these are regular lessons that take place at a restaurant downtown with a little meeting space. It's called 1841 Cafe.
Okay.
It's a great little group of people who get together for these lessons, and they start with really beginning level and they build on it. I think it's $5 to participate, and then you could just walk right over and have dinner while you're there.
Perfect. Little dance,
work off
dinner.
Yeah, you could maybe even have dinner before and then work it off with the exercise.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good plan.
Also tonight is the U.S. Air Force Heritage Band, which is going to be in Granite Falls, and that'll be a really nice event. I've heard them many times, and they are, you'd be proud to know that's part of our U.S. Air Force.
Definitely.
Now, we have a lot of events coming up in March, and we pride ourselves on the arts. And oftentimes people think of us as a very rural community that maybe wouldn't be so advanced in the arts.
Right.
But we have more pieces of public sculpture per capita than any other rural community in America.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is very impressive, and it's not a self-proclaimed status. We have actually been granted that status. But we have about 80 pieces of public sculpture. And of course, we have a huge piece of sculpture downtown in Lenoir that was done by Thomas Sayer, who is world renowned.
Right.
And that piece sort of drives people to come, and then while they're there, they get to see the other public pieces. And there's a walking gallery downtown on the streets of Lenoir called Tucker's Gallery. Little history about that is that when Lenoir was originally being formed, there was a place called Tucker's Barn, which was a barn owned by a family, the Tucker family, and that was sort of the gathering place for the community. And so we have continued to recognize that name in her heritage because it was really where we were centrally located before we were officially named the town of Lenoir.
Very neat.
So it's fun to walk through Tucker's Gallery. It's evolving. gallery, so you can buy pieces, but they stay on exhibit a while and then they're taken down. But you can just walk through downtown and visit the little stores and then and look at the sculpture. But the Arts Council, our Caldwell Arts Council, is a very, very active organization and has helped drive that sculpture designation and all of the gallery exhibits that we have. And so they have a series of events that are coming up. On the 23rd of March, they have a gallery talk by Ward Nichols. And then they have a series of fundraising events. They're called artsy parties.
Sounds
Pretty
like a
neat.
good time.
And they all have different themes, and they're taking place on different days. And most of them involve both art and food, which is always a good thing.
Good combination.
So the first one is an Easter craft and ladies luncheon, which should be pretty fun on the 3rd. And then there is an artist reception on the 4th, which is going to be at the Arts Council. There's another artsy party on the 5th, which is a sourdough and samples, which is a morning event. And then that evening there is a savory sunset, which is taking place at the Coves at Round Mountain in their lodge on the very top of the mountain with an amazing view. And so there's some photography lessons going on during the sunset hours, and then there'll be a really nice dinner.
Fantastic.
On the 10th, there is a exhibit going up. It's a dinner. It's called a one-stroke painting and dinner, and you're actually going to get a painting lesson and dinner with that. And then there's one that takes place on the 12th of April that's called Make Heartsy Gifts for Mom. So it's a morning event, and it should be really fun.
A great way to get those Mother's Day gifts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think the advertisement says you can make that for your mother, you can make that for yourself.
Okay.
But
Maybe make a couple.
the point is our Arts Council is very active, and we have activities going on and exhibits going on all the time.
Right.
So there's an opportunity for people to just run down and visit and see what's happening that day.
Sounds great.
We have a few big events coming up. One is the North Carolina Gravity Games. Do you know much about that?
I actually just got a press release about this.
Well, the Gravity Games are taking place. This is the 4th annual. It's going to be on Saturday, April the 5th, and it is a joint project between Google and Appalachian State University.
Wow.
And the purpose of this event, it's actually it's like a soapbox derby, kind of on speed maybe, and a soapbox derby and festival, which takes place right in the middle of downtown Lenoir, and it's really designed primarily for middle and high schoolers to help engage them in the science fields and help them see that there's fun in that field. But it's a really big event. There's about 30 teams that will be participating. Starts about 8 in the morning and goes till 3 in the afternoon. Lots of peripheral events that will take place, activities going on during the games. But there's also an open category for adults.
Okay.
And so if you want to learn more about that, they have a website. I believe it's gravitygames.com. But we're really proud to have that in Caldwell County because we have teams that come from many, many places. It's not
Right.
just a Caldwell County event. It's really about the whole state. So we encourage people to learn more about it. I might mention there's 2 categories. One is gravity only,
Okay.
obvious, the old-timey soapbox. But the other one is powered opportunity. I think it's called open powered, and it is run by batteries. So they put that in there so that they can inspire kids to be a little more creative maybe and recognize the power of electricity.
Very neat.
We are having a Hibriten Hill Run. If you know anything about Hibriten Mountain, and right this time of year, most people know all about the mountain because it's where you see the cross. So if you're traveling down 321 at Christmas, you see the big star on the top of the mountain. And if you're going down at this time of year, you'll see the cross. It is a private mountain, actually. And the Communities and Schools of Caldwell County gets permission each year to do a run that's called the Hibriten Hill Run, and it is a fundraiser for that organization, but it's a really great opportunity to get to run up that mountain if you so desire. I'll be working an aid station. I will not be running on the mountain.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a pretty intense run. You want to train a little bit for this.
You might want to train a little bit, although it's not. I do see people. We do have people that come out that have never run before,
Right.
and so you can kind of take your own pace at that.
Perfect.
We also have the Butterfly Festival coming up on May 3rd in Hudson.
Okay.
And this has been going on for many, many, many years. It's probably the first real summer festival that takes place, spring, summer, I guess. And it has the typical vendors and music, a nice little hometown atmosphere, great place to come and spend a Saturday. And I'm sure May the 3rd will have beautiful weather.
I hope so. May's
we'll
my
be through all
birthday
the
month,
ice
so
and
yeah,
all that.
It's a good month, good weather.
It's a good month. We also have a couple of events coming up that are fundraisers for other organizations that just have a history of really nice functions. One is being put on by Robin's Nest, which is a child advocacy center that's located in Lenoir that helps with abused children. And they have a spring soiree that takes place at Cedar Rock Country Club on April the 12th. It's a nice dinner, there'll be music, nice silent auction, just a really comfortable evening. It goes for a very good cause. And then we have an event called Seeds of Peace Plant Sale, and it is on April the 24th, and it actually benefits the shelter home of Caldwell County.
Very cool.
So we got into April, not too far into April though, but we do have a lot of things coming up.
I tell you what, I'm so impressed with you guys and already planning for things this summer, the Blackberry Festival. Already planning for that.
And the Fiddlers Convention, which will be in September. Or it's actually August. It's Labor Day weekend.
You're a busy lady, I think.
I think our whole community is busy.
Absolutely. Well, tons and tons of things. And remind us about the website
The
one more time.
website is explorecaldwell.com, and all these things that I've talked about, there will be more information on that website. And it is a public website, and we encourage people to always go there and post events that are relative to our community, and also to look for events that they might want to attend.
Absolutely. Well, sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in to share all this with us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Absolutely. And we will look forward to seeing you in April, hopefully on a warmer, prettier day.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you in about a month or so. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.